Can you actually increase your Amazon FBA product sales on YouTube? And if so, how do you go about doing it? Is it worth making the effort to sell your Amazon FBA product on YouTube? What tools do you need? And if you actually go about doing it, what does good actually look like? Well, in this video, Paulina Mason from shopkeeper.com does an interview with me on marketing strategies that could be super useful to you. So let's not wait, let's jump in right now.
You mentioned the YouTube videos. I'd like to ask you more about that. So would you say someone who has no sales and then now suddenly gonna start creating a channel, making videos about their product, you think that is an easy way or a hard way?
So I'm gonna say there's no easy way. Just so everybody knows, there's no easy way to do any of this stuff. It's hard work, you have to learn it. And if you do decide to learn it, whichever path you go down, become the expert within that arena, within that specific area, if you can. It's similar to what I said about the content on email. With YouTube, it's about content again. So nowadays, in the past, you probably could get away with doing your own little small adverts and a sales pitch here and there. Now, people are catching on to that and they just want free, valuable content. And funnily enough, people buy from that free, valuable content. If you are to start a YouTube channel, it's got to be very specific to your niche, your area, the products that you sell. And if you are to start a YouTube channel, you've got to make sure that you're, again, solving problems. So you need to understand what people are searching for, like you would on Amazon or on Google. And you create videos on how to create a better desk, how to create an ergonomical desk. You start creating videos like that, and then throughout the video, if you're talking about a specific lamp and you're pointing to a specific lamp, you can say, if you want this lamp, check it out. I've got a description. I've got a link in the description below. So there should be something there, and then they'll start to click on that and buy it. People tend to buy based off of free information and how that information influences them. Then it becomes an emotional purchase, especially over video as well. You can now, instead of you having to visualize it through reading in an email, people can see it for themselves and you display it how you want it to be displayed. So I think YouTube is a great platform to actually go ahead and do that. It can be difficult, but as long as you're keeping the customer in mind and you're keeping their problems in mind consistently, they are more likely to stay on your channel and watch more of your videos because it solves their problem.
So, but how fast that method can be implemented? When I'm doing a new YouTube channel, I'm posting videos, I get like 6 views for one video, you know, and nobody's subscribing. So how slow this grind is and how to get there sooner?
Okay, so I'm going to answer the latter question that you just asked. The quickest way to actually go about doing this is to make sure you spend more time in researching the keywords and what people are actually searching for. And you want to find keywords that are highly searched. It can take, it's hard to put a time frame on YouTube because it's all dependent on how good you are on YouTube, how good your content is, etc. So the first thing, so if I was going to give a quick YouTube tutorial, it would be the first thing is, what's your topic about and how are people going to find you? So what are they going to type into the search box? And let's say if 10,000 people a month are searching for how to create an ergonomical desk or ergonomical environment, then that's probably a good search term to go for. You just need to check that your competitors haven't got too many other videos out there about that same thing, because it's going to make it more difficult for you to start getting ranked. The second thing is your thumbnail. So the thumbnail is the first image that you see when you first go on and you've typed into the search of how to blah, 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 desk. And that's the first thing that they're going to see. And that's got to be a very clickable image. And that's what they call a thumbnail. Now, if that's really good and it shows a beautiful image and it also kind of shows their problem being solved in just an image and possibly some small amount of text. So a beautiful table with a beautiful lamp, you know, very well edited image taken by a really nice camera, and that's what they visualize their desk to be, they're more likely to click on that thumbnail and watch the video. The next step is to make sure that content is highly engaging. People get bored very quickly these days because they also know there's tons more of content out there that they can move on to that will be highly engaging for them. Whether they know this or not, I don't know, but that's the fact, that's the truth behind YouTube and how people actually operate. So the next thing is to make sure that you have valuable, truly valuable content, and you need to make sure that you refer to whatever you eventually want them to click on or you're selling. Make sure you refer to that through the video naturally without being a sales pitch. And then the other thing after that is just to make sure that your ending is nice and clear, so it leads on to the next video, and you want to lead them onto one of your videos so they continue to watch more of your videos. Now, a lot of people really have questions about people subscribing. Do I tell people to subscribe to my channel? Yeah, that's a good idea. They'd probably get more when you release things, but it's only useful when you have the bell icon on, so they get a notification when you release something. If the bell icon is off, the subscription is pretty useless because YouTube's algorithm now is based on their last few videos that they've basically watched, and the suggestions will start to change. So ideally what we're targeting here is people who are searching for specific key terms that solve their problems, and you want to create great content that shows them how to solve that problem, and then just lead them into whatever link you want them to go to.
You mentioned highly engaging.
Yeah.
What defines highly engaging? Like, what is engaging and what is not?
Okay. Oh, I might have to do a couple of examples.
Examples, please.
Oh God. So I'll do 2 examples of how to sell on Amazon FBA, because obviously that's where my forte is. So on my YouTube channel, when I first started out, I didn't know all of this stuff, and it took me some time to get used to it and understand and do some research and then analyze my own videos. But a boring example would be, let's say I started an intro and I said, "Hi, my name is Vik JC. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to sell on Amazon." Compared to, "Hi, my name is Vik JC, and on this channel, we talk about everything Amazon related. And now you're going to learn more about how to start selling on Amazon." There's a big difference in the engagement there. And people can feel that energy through, and I don't know how, but people can feel the energy through video. When I watch videos, I do the exact same thing. If I'm bored, I'll move on to something else. So you got to make sure they're kept engaged. And that's usually tutorial videos. If you're doing product related videos, then it's got to be nice cinematic shots with, you know, somebody talking over the video, maybe doing a little bit of describing on how things should be laid out or how things should be installed. And it's good to watch other examples. So if you go through YouTube yourself and you type in the search and you find ones that are not engaging to you, doesn't keep your attention, and you find ones that are engaging, ideally you want to start to head towards the ones that are engaging and use those as examples and recreate your own version of that.
Okay. You also briefly mentioned keyword research for YouTube. So is there a separate tool, or you just use Google keyword tool to find the volume? Is there like a tool? Yeah.
There's a couple of tools. There's vidIQ, and there's another one called, I think it's called TubeBuddy. I use vidIQ, but I tend to use Google resources more than anything else. So I use Google Trends. I also use a tool called Keywords Everywhere, and it kind of gives me a quick result on how many people are searching for that specific keyword. And then I use a little. Here's a little tip as well. So if, for example, we were doing table lamp, I would type in table lamp into Google, and then I would go to the start of the word and put in an underscore and use the space bar. So with that, it will show you exactly what people are typing in. So if it was how to install a table lamp or buy a table lamp for cheap, it will show me that people are searching for these specific keywords, and it will show me how many people a month are actually searching for these specific keywords, and if you set it up right, in which country. And then I start from that, and then I move over to YouTube and type in the same thing and see what suggestions come up there. Generally, if you follow the suggestions that come up, it's likely that you should be more successful than just doing guesswork.
What about YouTube ads? Have you tried any paid YouTube ads? Do they work?
Yeah.
Like what's
yeah, I have tried YouTube ads before, but I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't used YouTube ads properly. The only thing that I actually tried was I used my existing videos and I just put them on the specific keywords that I know people are going to search for that are relative to the specific YouTube video that I've created. And actually that was pretty successful. I had a lot of people clicking through on most of my links, and it seemed to work. All I needed to do was just go in and optimize how much bidding I'm doing, the cost per click, etc. But I didn't do that on a weekly basis at the time, and it was kind of me throwing darts at anything rather than the dartboard. So had I had probably put some more effort into that on a weekly basis, like I do with my Amazon account, my PPC on there, I think it would be much more successful now. And now Google has also, Google for YouTube has also introduced retargeting. So you can actually start to see when people have landed on your YouTube page. And I think you're actually able to retarget them now. I haven't used it myself, but I've seen the options. I've gone in and had a little bit of a mess around, and I think the option is there. Just like when you do Facebook, I think when people put Facebook pixels, I think Google's actually able to do that now with YouTube videos. So that's kind of got to be useful to a lot of people out there. And I think if anybody is doing YouTube ads, I think it's really important. If you want to be at the start of somebody else's video, I think it's really important that you keep that high engagement video where within 3 seconds you have to somehow keep their attention. Was it 5 seconds? 5 seconds. You have to somehow keep their attention before they skip your video ad. Hopefully that gives you some super useful insight on whether you should be using YouTube to sell your Amazon product or not. Let me know if this is something that you're thinking about and whether you think it would be useful for your product when you're selling on Amazon. Now, if you're brand new to Amazon FBA, or you're just starting out, or you've already launched a product and you want to launch another product, the rules have now changed. I've now released a free ebook for you to go and download. All you need to do is click the link in the description, enter your name and email address, and you will get that sent straight to your inbox. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one.